Well, speaking of mirrors, I think the other thing that we're not taught, which is fundamentally true in psychology, is everyone that we're with is a mirror, which is a really cool, powerful paradigm that all the ancient wisdom traditions understood this, that like we're part of a bigger collective, right? And so like when I'm with you, like I get to experience the side of me that has creative permission and somebody who like is looking in the mirror and like when you're with me, I hope you see that like, you're an entrepreneur, you're somebody who can build things, you're somebody who can mobilize teams and capital. And like, I think we tend to get in this weird thing as a society. Like Bob Marley had a quote around this, but we tend to like position each other as like above or below. And,
Yeah.
like Bob Marley talked about like, let the children lead us, right?
Yeah.
Like let's deconstruct the hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
And when I see Gen Z, I hope Gen Z understands that like they already know. They already know like what they're here to do. Gen Z is here to like transform society. Right. They're here to create a better future. And I hope that they see in my generation, like the permission to go for it earlier and not, I think the other thing is like when I talk about the mirror, it's like I want to be very clear with everybody, you especially, right? The teammates I work with. It's like I don't have it figured out. I'm still every day trying to face those, draw out my creativity. Right?
Yeah.
Every day find the courage. Every day believe that the next step is going to happen. Right.
Right.
And I think it's like, we can feel alone when we don't realize that everyone is in the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes we get stuck in our own heads.
Yeah.
Today, this is actually happening today. I booked a ticket to see David Koechner, the guy from Anchorman,
Yeah.
The Office.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ask him if he'd be on my show, but more so than him actually being on it, I'm taking this as like a getting comfortable with rejection if he says no, putting myself out there anyways as like a skill. And, I was very hesitant. I was wondering, should I even book this ticket, right? Or should I go to his thing? But like you said, I think the work has always been the inner resistance, you standing in your own way.
Yeah. And there's some pretty good, one of the guys we work with is a performance psychologist. He works with one of the most famous comedians ever, but also the Washington Nationals baseball team. And there is an entire thing that you can do to prime yourself for the outcome that you want. So like,
Visualize.
yeah. So like, and it's actually an embodiment, the sensational thing, right? So you've done the steps of buying the ticket, going, putting yourself out there, and like, you can actually prime your body and prime your mind for a successful outcome.
Mm.
You stand in the space inside of yourself, like, what is it going to feel like when he says yes?
Yeah.
Right.
We move differently.
You move differently.
Yeah.
And so we can program our bodies to like actually expect an outcome. And we create this is a little bit esoteric, but there's a thing called morphic resonance. We create fields of expectation around us. So we are consciously and unconsciously programming our reality based on our physiological belief. And belief is not a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a physiological knowing.